My girlfriend took a break to find herself, slept with other men, and came back begging, but I said no, and what followed left her speechless. We just needed space. It started like any regular Tuesday night, Netflix low in the background, leftover takeout on the coffee table, her head on my shoulder like everything was fine. Then she sat up suddenly, didn't look at me, didn't say my name. She just said, "I think we should take a break." It didn't compute at first. A break from what? Did something happen? Her eyes darted to the TV like she couldn't handle looking at me while saying it. No, nothing happened, that's the point. I don't know who I am anymore. I've been feeling like I lost myself in this relationship. I need to find myself again. That line, that ridiculous, rehearsed line, hit like a sucker punch. I stared at her for a few seconds, waiting for the smile, the just kidding, but it never came. "I love you," she said. "This isn't a breakup. It's just space for clarity." I'd heard stories like this before. Always from someone else, some guy getting blindsided after giving his all, only to be told that space was needed. Now I was that guy. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I just nodded slowly, processing it like someone reading the instructions for a bomb they didn't know they were holding. She packed a bag and left that night. No hug, no last kiss. Just, "I'll text you in a few days. Don't overthink this, okay?" I didn't sleep, not because I was panicking, though I was, but because something deep inside me whispered, this isn't about space. It's about someone else. Still, I waited. Day 1, no call. Day 2, a single text, "Hope you're okay. Just taking time to think." I replied, "Take your time. I'm here." That message would haunt me later. Day 3, a friend messaged me. He'd seen her at a downtown bar with some guy, kissing him like he was the oxygen she'd been dying for. He didn't want to tell me at first, didn't know how, but he knew I deserved to know. I asked for a photo. He hesitated, then sent it. There she was, in a red dress I bought her last fall, wrapped around some stranger like she'd already forgotten my name. I didn't cry, not right away. I just sat in the dark, staring at my phone, feeling every ounce of belief I had in her snap like dry twigs. It wasn't just the cheating. It was the performance, the script, the way she said "I love you" while planning something so cold behind my back. And I realized this wasn't a mistake. This was a decision. That was the night something in me changed. Not like in the movies where I went out and partied or reinvented myself overnight. No. I got quiet, calm, and I started taking notes, not on how to win her back, but on how to make sure she'd never forget what she lost. She found herself in someone else. The thing about betrayal is it doesn't kill you all at once. It bleeds you out in small, excruciating cuts. Every time I walked past her coffee mug still drying by the sink, it hurt. Every glance at the side of the bed she used to warm. Every time I picked up my phone and remembered she wasn't coming back, not really. But pain has its uses, because after the rage comes clarity. The next few days were mechanical. I worked, ate, slept in small patches, and slowly began to disconnect, not from reality, but from the illusion I'd been living in. She wasn't finding herself. She had already found someone else. And I knew damn well he wasn't just a rebound. This wasn't impulsive. This had planning, secrecy, contempt. So I got methodical. Step 1, the shadow work. I logged into our shared Netflix account and checked recent profiles. A new one had popped up, J. We'd never had a J, not in 3 years. I clicked it. Romantic comedies, boxing documentaries, a playlist of movies she once told me she couldn't stand. I knew one thing, this wasn't some fling. She was sinking her tastes into someone new. I changed the password without a word, deleted all profiles but mine. Small move, sure, but it was the first reminder that I was taking my power back. Step 2, digital traces. We'd backed up our phones to a shared cloud for years. I logged into the cloud dashboard, and there it was, dozens of selfies, hotel room mirrors, beach pics, 2 wine glasses, one shadow behind her holding the camera. And worse, screen recordings of voice notes, her voice giggling, "Jay, you're so much better than him. He wouldn't dare touch me like you do. God, I've never felt this alive." Each one gutted me, but I listened carefully, quietly, not for pain, but for patterns. They had booked flights, shared plans. She was rebuilding a life that used to be mine. The realization, this wasn't just cheating. This was replacement. She didn't want a break. She wanted an upgrade. She didn't think I'd ever figure it out. And worse, if she ever came back, she'd expect me to thank her for the chance to be better for her. That's when the plan truly began to take shape. Rebuild in silence. I got up earlier, hit the gym harder, started dressing sharper, eating cleaner, talking less. I took nothing to social media, no vague quotes, no sad posts, just silence. I reconnected with old friends I'd let fade during the relationship. They welcomed me back, saw the change in my eyes, and best of all, they didn't ask, because they knew the twist. 2 weeks later, I got a text, "Hey, just wondering how you've been. I've been doing a lot of thinking." No apology. No accountability. I left it on read. She texted again the next day, then called. I ignored it all. Then came the real moment of clarity. She wasn't reaching out because she regretted hurting me. She was reaching out because the other guy had faded. Suddenly, her self-discovery journey had hit a dead end. The return. I was in the middle of brewing coffee when the knock came, 3 slow taps. I didn't move. I knew exactly who it was. It had been 3 weeks since she took space to find herself, and now she was here, standing on my porch like she hadn't detonated a bomb inside my chest. I opened the door. There she stood, hair a little messy, hoodie too big, eyes trying to look soft like I was some lost puppy she'd left behind in the rain. "Hey," she said. That single word crawled with entitlement, like I owed her something. "I was just in the neighborhood," she added, forcing a smile. "I wanted to check on you." I didn't say a word. She peeked past my shoulder into the house, our old house, like she expected to walk right in. "It still looks the same," she muttered. "Smells the same too." She was stalling, waiting for me to make the next move, but I didn't, so she pushed forward. "I think I made a mistake, that's what they always say. But it's never about you, it's about how they thought the grass would be greener, only to realize it was AstroTurf. His name was Jay," she continued, voice lower. "I didn't ask. We rushed into it. He was not what I thought. He doesn't really care about people. I thought I was chasing something real, but I was just chasing attention." I let the silence stretch. I wanted her to stew in it. "Then, I miss you." She reached out, fingers brushing mine. I stepped back. Her eyes flickered with confusion, like she hadn't expected rejection, like my world had stayed on pause waiting for her return. "You don't miss me," I said flatly. "You miss the stability. You miss being adored. You miss being able to treat someone like crap and have them stay." Her mouth opened, but I didn't give her the chance to speak. "I saw the photos," I added. "He wasn't just a fling. You made plans." She paled. "How did you?" "You backed up everything to our cloud. Every kiss, every whisper." Her legs wobbled slightly. "I wasn't supposed to find them." I laughed, actually laughed. "That's what you're worried about? Not the fact that you lied, manipulated, cheated, but that I caught you?" She started crying, tears falling fast. "I was stupid. I didn't know what I wanted." "No," I corrected. "You knew exactly what you wanted. You just didn't expect me to stop being your safety net." The power shift, that's what broke her. Not the guilt, not the consequences, but realizing the dynamic had changed. I wasn't the same man who handed her his heart like it was the last cookie in the jar. I had sharpened, hardened, risen. And she? She had gambled love for lust and lost everything. "I just want another chance," she whispered. "Please." I paused, looked her in the eye, and said, "No." Chapter 4, The Fallout. When I said no, her knees buckled for the first time in our relationship. I wasn't soft. I wasn't pleading. I was stone. She stood there on my porch sobbing, but I didn't feel pity. I didn't feel hate. I felt nothing, and that terrified her more than any angry outburst ever could. "Can we talk?" she asked again. I nodded slowly and then closed the door. No words. Just the sound of the lock clicking into place. That was her last view of me, calm, clear-eyed, done. The first shockwave. She didn't go quietly. By the next day, I had texts from mutual friends. "Yo, what happened with you two? She's saying you ghosted her. She's a mess, man. She's saying you turned cold for no reason." I didn't respond. Instead, I did one better. I sent out a Dropbox link to 5 of our close mutuals. Inside were screenshots, her text to Jay, the cloud-stored pictures of their hotel nights while she was working late, a short screen recording of the audio where she laughed saying, "I was a backup plan if things didn't work out." No commentary. Just facts. Her image collapsed. She went from posting filtered brunch pics to going radio silent. Her Instagram comments went from heart emojis to, "Damn, is it true? This you, girl? This is foul." She tried to defend herself, tried to twist the story into a "we were on a break" narrative, but receipts don't lie, and I had a file of them. Her job? Well, turns out Jay, the one she cheated with, worked at a company affiliated with her firm. Their HR department didn't take kindly to workplace affairs, especially when internal politics and favoritism were involved. She didn't get fired, but she did get moved to a quiet desk on a forgotten floor. No projects. No visibility. Career iced. The inevitable breakdown. A week after her social circle shrunk and her career stalled, I got the message. "You've made your point, please. I'm really struggling. Can we meet?" I didn't reply. Not to that one. But I did send her one final message the next morning, a photo of her old key, cut clean in half, resting next to my morning coffee. Captioned, "Keys don't work anymore." The lesson? This wasn't about revenge. It was about removal, about taking back the self-respect I lost in late-night arguments and quiet sobs into my pillow. She wanted a new life, so I gave her one with no way back. Rebuild and rise. Closure doesn't come wrapped in a bow. It's not a conversation. It's not forgiveness. Sometimes, it's simply walking forward without ever looking back. And that's what I did. Day 1 of the new life, I cleared out everything that reminded me of her, the framed Polaroid on the fridge, gone, the hoodie she always borrowed, donated, that playlist we made together, deleted. I wasn't trying to erase the past. I was reclaiming my space, my life, my mind. And I wasn't just focused on healing. I was focused on evolving. The work begins. I threw myself into everything I'd neglected, joined a new gym and actually showed up, took on more projects at work and started to get noticed, signed up for a solo photography class just for fun. With every week, I felt the grip of her memory loosen. Her voice got quieter. Her absence started to feel like peace. Then came the spark. About 2 months in, I met someone. Her name was Leah. We didn't start as a thing, just 2 people who liked coffee, books, and quiet places. But there was no performance, no masks. Just real talk. And that's what I'd been missing. Leah asked me once, casually, if I had a rough breakup. I told her yes, but didn't give her the drama. She smiled. Then it's good you're not stuck there. And I realized I wasn't. One final message. 6 months after the porch knock, I got one last text from my ex. I heard you're doing well. You really moved on, huh? I wish I'd appreciated what I had. I'm sorry. Truly. I stared at it for a full minute, then turned off my phone. She didn't need a reply. The real victory, here's the truth. I didn't win because I exposed her. I didn't win because her career stalled or her friends bailed. I won because I didn't let her betrayal define me. She broke something, but I built something better in its place. And that is the most brutal, poetic revenge of all. Was this revenge perfectly justified? Tell us what you would have done in the comments below. Like the story? Share it with someone who needs this energy, and subscribe to Lauren's story for more jaw-dropping tales of betrayal and justice, because here, every lie has its reckoning, and every betrayal finds its shadow. Stay sharp, stay strong, and stay tuned.